It is so good to have some new young blood on the street.
Hello, new neighbours.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. I mean, for me, it just sort of depends on what the story is and who the team are. I have such a love, I have a love for period drama, and I've done an awful lot. And it does offer a whole world creation, in every aspect of production, which is a joy to be a part of. But then there's also, doing a contemporary piece is equally joyful. It just sort of depends, what you're saying, who you're working with. But both are wonderful.
With period pieces, you have so much to dig into in terms of the area, the time, the social customs, and then with a modern thing, I guess you have to sit down and really talk about what is that, what are we recreating here? And I think they each have their merits, but I certainly do love the modern cool times that you don't have to be in early makeup or hair for the women especially. But and no wigs, right? I mean, only a couple of wigs in this show.
Very, very few wigs.
A couple of pairs of Spanx, maybe.
There were some Spanx.
I wore a lot of those. Yeah.
You did, yeah. She's, she and Danny are choosing to live a very different life to what is sort of expected of people generally. But I think the conversation around that is really important, and that we played them without judgment, or certainly, Becca was played without judgment, that she chooses this life and she's felt very empowered by it. I think when we meet Becca and Danny, they are a little disconnected and they're a little behind in sort of understanding that, and thus the journey that they go on. But I think, so it was quite interesting to play someone who is so sort of sure and clear about a lot. So her journey is really one of sort of breaking through maybe a feeling of disconnection, and she's very much being shaken out of a situation where she was become a bit complacent. But I think we really tried to advocate for that this conversation around sort of alternative relationships and lifestyles is absolutely valid and interesting and worthy.
Working with any of these actors was just so rewarding, and I think everyone fought or stood up for their character and tried to get their viewpoint across. But yes, I think on the surface, Danny toxic or alpha male, and I think him and Pete certainly don't initially hit it off. But there's also moments where they are quite intimate with each other and reveal their, I guess, a different side to each other. But we did laugh quite a lot because we kind of enjoyed those moments where Danny is trying to be the alpha male, and when Pete actually, overthrows him or becomes more dominant. It was kind of fun, and he's such a great actor, such an intellect. It was really fun to talk to him about these characters, and I think we all enjoyed, working together. I think it's as Jess said earlier, it's an ensemble, right? It's a piece that they all have different relationships with each other. So, and they're all constantly changing as well. But on the surface, yes, I think people can make assumptions that perhaps throughout the show they'll find out the reality is very different.
You could destroy us all.